Hey everybody, we're going to go ahead and start putting together our foldables for next week so that you're ready for next week whenever we are filling them out. So you're going to need 2 sheets of paper, a pair of scissors, and you can use crayons, you can use colored pencils, you can use colored pens, or you can use markers. And here we go. We've got a purple, pink, red, yellow, orange, brown, gray, blue, green, and I didn't have a black Crayola, so black. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing I'm going to do is take one of my sheets of papers and fold it horizontally. And I have that line, and I'm just going to cut across. Cut across that line. Alright, so let's take one of the halves and fold it in half. So now it should be a little bit smaller than postcard size, okay, with one fold. And we're going to take the bottom and probably count 1, 2, 3, 4, five spaces, okay, and we're going to fold it right there. So after about 5 spaces, we'll fold. And then we're going to do the same on the back side. Fold it back. So you get a little letter N, letter Z, whichever. But it gives us 3 sections. And I'm going to go ahead and cut. So now I should have a very small foldable, but it should be a 3-door foldable. I'm going to put that aside and do the same thing with the other side. And on both of these, I would make sure that my holes were on the top, just because I'm going to want more space on the definitions than on the actual title. Like, the definition is the important parts, not the title, really. Like, the title you can squeeze in there, but the definitions, I don't want to have to worry about a hole. There we go. There we go. All right. So now that we've got those 2 done, we're going to set those aside and we'll label those in just a minute. Now let's take our next piece of paper and we're going to start with bringing it all the way down. Make a nice fold at the top. And it should match up. Okay? Take your time, get it to match up. Then crease down that side. Then we're going to cut off all this extra part at the bottom. You can keep this part, throw this part away, use that part as a bookmark. It's your choice. So unfolding it, we should have a square. And we'll go ahead and fold the square into a triangle the other way. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I want to find that middle. Now that I've found the middle, I'm going to start folding in my sides. There we go. Okay, so now I have a kind of a 4-flapped square, and I should have 2 of my small 3-flaps. We'll start with labeling the square. So I'm going to take my green first, and I'm going to label the top of this one theme. And you can write it as big as you want on that label because all the good stuff is going to go on the inside. So theme. I'm going to turn. I'm going to take my brown. And setting. I'm going to turn. I'm going to take my gray. Characters. Finally, I'm going to take my black. Conflict. I'm going to slide that over. I'm going to keep it still in the frame where you're able to see it. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and bring one of my 3 flappers down. And I'm going to start with blue. And down here at the bottom, we're going to write introduction. Then I'm going to go to my yellow. And I know my yellow might be hard to read on the camera, but it's not hard to read in person. So I'm just going to write over here in dry erase. We're writing, in that yellow one, we're writing the initiating event. And what I want you to do next with our orange, let's label this one. Rising action. Red. Gets labeled as the climax. Pink. Is our falling action. And purple. Is our conclusion. All right, last thing that we're going to do today is you're going to take your black again, and we're going to draw our directions on here. So for introduction at the top, we'll just draw an arrow up. For the initiating event, draw another arrow up. For the rising action, draw an arrow over. For the climax, draw two things. One, draw a star, then draw an arrow down. For your falling action, draw another arrow down. And finally, for your conclusion, draw kind of a simple octagon. And there you go. Now you are done with your foldables. When they go into your reader's notebook, they're going to go into your green section. And they're going to go on the next 2 pages side by side that are blank. This one, you can choose whichever side goes face up will go on one page. And these two will go side by side, probably like this, on the other page. And that's how it'll fit into your reader's notebook, just like this. So on your next 2 blank pages, go ahead and paste these in. You've got your 4 flapper on one page, but you shouldn't have to turn the page. Side by side pages. You have your, and then you have your 2 3s. All right, remember guys, if you have any questions or any difficulties on this, make sure to message your teacher on Schoology. Thank you.